Larry is very humble. He is incredibly brilliant.
You spend 5 minutes with him and you see he's about watching other people succeed, but he's so successful. He's extremely humble, terrific individual.
He's loves being a great merchant, but he's also ready to support the people that have less. That's one of the things that everyone loves about Larry.
When you sit back and you look at what he's accomplished over the 30-some-odd years that I've known him, that it's just amazing that how focused he has been. But he seems to be always focused on the conversation he's having with you.
For, I think, the first year that I worked at Village Green, Larry would come in and I just assumed he was a customer. So I would ask him, may I help you find anything? Is there anything I can help you with today? And he would say, no thanks, I'm just looking. Finally, somebody said, that's the owner, right? It's like, oh my God. I mean, just totally mortified.
I think that, life is a series of chance events, and they kind of determine what you do in life. And I ended up in the furniture business because of a couple of chance events in my life. And the first chance event in my life was when my father died. My father had a very small business, a little seed store that was very much in the full sense of a family business because he had no employees. He was just my father and my mother and one of my sisters. This little store couldn't pay me a salary because it could barely support my mother and stuff. So we started this little garden center, and it was pretty darn small. And things went along pretty good, and we were growing. And then the second chance event came along, which was in 1975, the repeal of fair trade laws. A lot of small businesses, thousands in fact, in that period, went out of business because it also brought on the era of the big box stores, the big discount box stores. And small businesses just couldn't match those prices. And so we decided, well, let's just try selling a little casual furniture. And we started with the cheapest furniture we could find, really inexpensive kind of things. Eventually we did buy some Lloyd furniture, and from then on we just began to grow the line.
One thing that jumped out at me about that you realize about Larry that you wouldn't know, how aggressive he is and what a visionary he is.
In 2003 and 2004, we were developing what we hoped would be the best possible way to display casual furniture.
He created this concept of building this atrium-style store. So it's a huge, soaring, glass building where we're able to have these cobblestone walkways, decks, patios, and it's all featured in natural light. And so that was really important to him. When that building went up, the department just soared.
The one thing that I think most people probably don't know about Larry is he's had a great ability to have great balance in his life. Part of the conversation always arrives to he has 2 daughters that he thinks a great deal of.
He's a great dad, and his daughters are awesome and have achieved great things in their careers.
So that's Larry in a nutshell. If you kind of ask me what I think of him, he's a man of character.
He's not the type of person that would sit back and say, I did this, or that's never in his vocabulary. He has always really, really invested in people.
A Lifetime Achievement Award, the only reason I'm probably getting it is because I'm still alive rather than the alternative.
The one thing I'll remember from my relationship with Larry is that you can be a man of character, you can be a humble man, and you can be extremely successful. I was telling somebody the other day, it's always nice to see good people succeed. And he is the definition of good people.